Let there be light.
It's insane out there. Insane.
They're vicious, brains-thirsty zombies, Pat. Monsterific.
The survivors aren't much better, Mr. President. The human beings are capable of far worse than mindless zombies. I mean, I thought we would see a group cohesion and unity in the face of such evil. I mean, I've seen some shit hunt. I have seen it, okay?
Say, let there be light.
What?
Say, let there be light. Come on. Q1, go. World's oldest stage direction. Come on, come on, come on.
Okay. I'll let there be light.
That's your lamp. You turned it on, so it's your responsibility. You got it?
Oh, yes. No, okay, sure.
We're safe, right?
Yes.
I don't feel safe.
Okay, we're living through the end of days apocalypse and just arrived here safely via helicopter. You're doing just fine.
Ever the optimist, Pat. That's why I keep you around.
Okay, you've tried to ditch me twice.
Those were tests, Pat.
Okay, well, it's time to cheat. Okay, now just where's my... Mr. Hunt, my phone. Have you seen any of my communications devices?
Your what?
My laptop, my tablet, my Apple Watch, my phone, they're all missing. They're all missing. What the hell?
WTF? Where's the phone? That's a good one. Write that down for me, Pat, won't you? I never have a pen when the truly funny joke spontaneously erupts from my mouth.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
You said we took a helicopter, Pat. What's the last thing that happened to us?
Yeah, well, I lost everything. I mean, apparently.
An outbreak broke out there, and weren't we? Zombies. Guns, death, undeath. All right, Pat. You can stop searching.
What? I can't function without my devices. I need to be able to communicate.
Scream into the void, Pat.
Help me find them!
Hey, Pat. Take a deep breath. Come on. This will help. It really will. It's like a mantra, only muted. Take in a deep breath. Whenever you've lost your phone, or your mind, or your sense of reality, just take a breath to the count of 10, and breathe as deeply as you can, all right?
It's not working.
You haven't actually given it much of a chance yet. Commit to the moment, Pat. 1, 2, 3,
Okay.
4,
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Slowing down my breathing. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Shh, just breathe. Just breathe. Because I think I have some news, Pat.
Phew. News.
Yes, slow your breathing. Remain calm, okay?
Okay, news about what?
Pat, we're dead. We didn't make it, Pat.
That's why my phone's gone.
Everything's gone.
Where are we? Some kind of waiting room?
Looks like a set.
I mean, it's lit. It seems comfortable, but probably isn't. Angled, just so. Yeah, it seems like a set to me.
It's a mimosa, Pat. We're in heaven.
It is. I don't think so. I got chocolate milk.
Limbo?
It seems fair.
I'm glad we're not in hell.
Yet.
This is lovely. I could stay right here.
Here. You'd be okay with spending eternity here.
I'm comfortable in limbo.
You didn't feel safe a minute ago.
Well, I have a mimosa now, Pat.
Well, what are we supposed to do?
Wait.
Until
What's next?
unless this is it, what if we are destined to sit forever with the person we spent the most time with on Earth?
Then my mother should be here. I lived with her until I was 38.
Okay then, it's not that. Wait, really, 38?
Maybe 39. It's a blur.
Okay, so maybe it's because we died together.
What happens when you die alone?
I will never know. I mean, we only get the one death, so...
I can't believe that I was eaten by zombies, Pat. I did not see that one coming. You know, I used to get recurring nightmares of crucifixion, but never zombie attacks. Truth is stranger than fiction, you know? Life can prepare you for death. It's just such an unfair deficit of the human experience.
Yeah, we live so much, and one day we just don't anymore.
You're so eloquent, Pat. I'm glad you're dead. Truly.
Well, I'm glad you're dead, too. Is this it?
Well, I don't think so. No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous. We have to wait. I think that much is clear, Pat.
Well, I wish they'd given us a deck of cards or, a GameCube or...
They?
Sure, there's a set design. There must be a stage manager.
Well, thanks for that translation, Pat. You're absolutely right. This is evidence of a higher power. The drinks, the lamps, oh, the glamour of it all.
Sure, Mr. President, whatever you say.
Unless...
What?
What if we're going back?
To the zombies?
To the game? This could just be a debriefing interview before our souls are returned to the earth. Yes!
What?
I'm sure of it, Pat. Reincarnation. We are going back. That's the only viable explanation.
Is it?
Go with it.
Okay.
Being reincarnated must be the answer.
Being reincarnated during a zombie apocalypse. Great. What an Ouroboros.
What are you talking about, Pat?
If we're going back, look at what we're going back to deal with down there.
Pat, it's not linear, you know.
What?
When you go back to Earth, it's not going to be this year. Time has no meaning. Your soul returns to a newborn life form, baby shark, etc. And there's a zombie outbreak now, but since now no longer exists, and since the timing of your rebirth might be before instead of after, anything goes.
So I might get to grow up in a different part of the world. I'll get another chance.
If you return as a human, the odds are stacked against that option at this point.
Why? I've done a great job. I deserve to trade up to a slightly better life. I've been patient, kind, virtuous. Reincarnation should have a clear leveling up system. I think it's time for me to go back to the beginning. Early consciousness, ancient Earth, starry skies and fresh air. Months of nomadic travel, saber-toothed tigers, maybe...
I don't want to go back before the invention of underpants. I hope I get a choice. Bloomers, at least, if I'm a female.
That's your primary concern.
Underpants?
Underpants.
Well, it's on my non-negotiable list.
What list?
The list of the 5 things you demand in your reincarnated form. Everyone has non-negotiables, Pat.
Underpants?
That's number 3.
Are they ranked?
Of course.
Or, what's number 1?
Bipedalism.
That's your number 1. Two-legged locomotion wins.
I'm an actor, Pat. Posture is very important to me. Plus, I look good in hats.
Cats can wear hats.
Was that a Seussian non sequitur, or...?
Bipedalism beats all. Gotcha.
Bipedalism, Pat. Bipedalism. It connects to the underpants, too. I'm hedging my bets. Non-negotiables allow me a one-way ticket back to being human again.
You might be a tree and live for hundreds of years.
No rings.
What?
Non-negotiable number 4 is no rings. It ensures that I won't come back as a tree again.
Again?
I hated it. I wasn't popular.
So, no ring is number 4.
It's a good motto to avoid all sorts of pitfalls. That's why it's a non-negotiable.
Who do you think you'll be negotiating with?
Well, hopefully a friendly customer service representative.
Okay, you haven't divulged number 2 or 5.
Well, why would I? We haven't even begun preliminary talks yet. I'm not greenlighting this reincarnation until my demands are met.
That's your plan, Mr. President. Barricade yourself in here.
Well, I'm no fool, Pat. I've been to school, Pat. And I wasn't cool, Pat. Just a dreamer, you know. And I've learned something along the way. I always have a choice. Even now, I have a say in the next step.
I don't understand.
When you wake up tomorrow, you might be King George in the 1700s, or Ariana Grande in the 21st century, or Jesus, or Cleopatra, or a dinosaur, or a hamster.
I'm terrified of that. Humanity isn't a guarantee, is it? I might return as an adorable puppy, or a kitty.
Or a slug.
Is this based on my life experience? Do I get to come back with a deserved position? Is my soul destined for greatness?
Oh, I'm just picturing you as a slug, Pat. You're so slimy.
Okay, so let's just get on with this. Hello? Can you see me?
Did you just break the afterlife, Pat?
I don't think so. I mean, it's something with this light.
All right. Hello? Is this thing on?
I was right. I mean, that's unexpected.
It is the lights. How interesting.
This doesn't answer anything. We need answers.
Looky, looky.
What is it?
Looks like a note. Where did you come from, little friend?
Okay, well, what does it say?
Experience.
We spoke to the lights, and we got XP. Perfect.
I think you're onto something, Pat. We have to account for our experience in order to determine the next phase of our existence.
Are you sure about that?
No, not a bit. But I think this piece of paper is worth focusing on for a few minutes. It appeared, so now someone is communicating with us. Oh. Do you know who's doing this?
Whoever unleashed that zombie clam bake in Santa Clarita that ended the world?
Probably not.
God?
Probably not.
Then who?
Aliens.
Aliens.
Aliens, Pat. Aliens with red stationery. It's the only explanation.
I mean, you sound pretty sure when you say that.
I'm as sure as anyone can be under these circumstances. Pat, come on. Aren't you willing to admit that there is a potentiality of aliens giving us this note?
Of course. Aliens. That's gotta be it. But the paper?
Experience. That's the only thing we all have in common, Pat. If I was to live 100 years, or 100 milliseconds, I've gathered experience. See, you've used yours, I've used mine. Some of our experiences even overlap. Life itself is merely a chronological stream of experiences, wouldn't you agree?
Okay, overlap. I mean, could that explain why we're here together? I mean, so many of our defining experiences include each other. We overlap.
More so than years with my mother.
Well, I mean, let's look at it this way, Tyrone.
Oh wait, I'd rather you didn't call me that.
Granted, you and I have had some pretty incredible experiences together. I mean, the time you co-hosted the Oscars, the time we went to the zoo. Remember when we were elected president of those United States?
Yes, good times.
We've mostly experienced life together.
Indeed. Pat, we might be here together because we were there together.
And that's not all. Looks like there's more mysteries to be solved.
Well, I've got experience.
I've got time.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's what it says. Time.
How much time?
All of it, I guess.
Well, then be careful.
Well, why does this have to be so cryptic? I mean, where's the benefit in making this a mystery?
Well, that's an easy one. Mysteries are more enjoyable. Audiences need to be engaged.
There is no audience.
You know,
Why do you always have to state the opposite of the obvious? I mean, no one thinks as backwards as you do, and no matter how many different ways I try to get through to you, there's this wavelength you keep tuning into that distorts logic. There is no audience, okay? The mystery was solved a long time ago, and the audience left the building. Well, no, they didn't just leave the building. They abandoned the building and didn't even bother to find the keys and lock up on their way out. They left all the doors open, windows wide and tall, kept ajar to face the elements, the wind, the weeds, the water damage. I mean, it's all left behind to atrophy and rot. Of course there's no audience. Well, why would there be? There's nothing to see here. There's nothing to see.
what the hell are you talking about?
We've been forsaken, Mr. President. I'm tired of it.
All right. I think you're wrong, Pat.
Yeah, you always say that.
Well, you're always wrong, so I'm used to it.
You're always wrong. I'm used to it. Wait a minute. How am I wrong?
We are the audience.
We are the audience.
Well, yes, you sounded so sure when you said it that there was nobody out there. But what about right in front of you, right? I'm watching. I am your audience. And you are mine. That's why we're together here. In the end, we answer to our audience, to each other.
Okay. You've got mail.
What does it say?
Choice.
Time, experience, choice.
Okay, if this is a game, I'd love to know the rules.
Well, if there are rules, I would love to break them.
Choice. Well, I'd like to be alive again. I want to go back to my life.
Are you sure about that, Pat? Think about it for a moment. You want to go back to your life? Really?
I mean, it's not that bad of a life, Mr. President.
Well, that's not what I meant, Pat. Of course life isn't really that bad, especially ever since we died. But you're missing the point. When given a choice, choose something new and unfamiliar. Take a chance. Every single time. A new experience is worth having until it's over, and then you never have to do it again. Like camping or talking to someone about their car. Worthwhile, but only once. I'll use one of my popular sports speeches from when I starred in that miniseries on Hulu about the basketball coach who fought racism, sexism, cancer, and corruption in a small New England hamlet. Don't sit back on that bench when there's a whole new game getting started out there. Put your head in the game and try, damn it. Try your best and you'll know the satisfaction of pursuing your truth, Govinder. Now let's see some hustle out there because my pancreas doesn't have all night. In retrospect, I see why Hulu took it down. But working with Priyanka Chopra was such a dream.
Okay, maybe you and I will have to make different choices.
What do you mean?
Go separate ways.
What do you mean exactly?
Okay, if we are both being given a choice, it's possible that we won't take the same path. We have to stand on our own 2 feet and move forward.
Bipedalism.
Exactly.
All of this time, all of our experience, every choice that we have made has brought us here. And now we've reached the end of the line. Oh, I've had so many relationships come to an end, but I've never had to say goodbye.
Never.
Never.
And we had to say goodbye to acting when you ran for president.
No, Pat. I don't say goodbye. I don't even go to cast parties. Goodbyes are too sad. They're too permanent.
Okay, we're dead, Mr. President.
And I don't say goodbye, Pat.
Death is pretty permanent.
I don't want to say goodbye. To you.
Maybe our paths will cross again in our new lives.
No, there's no guarantee of that, so I just think we should stay here. No goodbyes.
I mean, what's here? Where are we? This isn't a place, Tyrone.
Don't call me Tyrone.
Fine, may I call you Grant? That was your name before you chose to become a character.
That's another non-negotiable.
Bipedalism with underpants hold the rings.
Label free. That's number 2. I've lived long enough under titles that amount to nothing when faced with any conflict that actually matters. I've played roles with power and realized that once the curtain falls, it all amounts to the same thing. I'm back to square one at every sunrise.
Well, we've been here for a while, and aside from a few pages of generic words, nothing seems to be happening.
Who knew that the afterlife would be so boring? Are you bored? I'm bored.
I'm relieved.
How so?
It's comfortable. I mean, I had chocolate milk. It's a little bit of a mystery, but that's what I expected. The world is just too complicated, and I'm relieved that I don't have to worry anymore. I might wake up tomorrow as Neil Armstrong and eventually step foot on the moon. If I don't get to be a human, maybe I'll get to be my cat. Her life is sweet. I'm okay with square one, Grant. I'm okay with a clean slate. All of those mistakes I made on Earth can't haunt me anymore. They can't keep me up at night. My part in the circus is complete. My experiences have ended. My choices are left in the past. Time is mine to command, and so I'm going to sit back with my refreshing beverage and wait. And it doesn't matter what I'm waiting for because it's not within my control. I feel like I'm finally on a real vacation. Not those temporary pauses we used to take for a week or two. I mean, a real vacation. This is happiness. The moment after the choice. The deep breath when your responsibility has come to an end. I'm happy. Maybe for the first time in my life.
You're dead?
Yeah, and that doesn't bother me.
My name isn't Grant.
It's not?
That was my stage name.
How many names have you had?
I don't know. I chose a professional name that looked good on a billboard. I chose the identity that I needed.
So, who are you?
Remember what I said about labels, Pat? Knowing my original name wouldn't change anything, would it?
No, I don't know how you've lived your whole life with different names. I mean, isn't it confusing?
Frankly, I can't understand how you've only had the one.
Because I'm normal, Mr. President.
I always knew there was something wrong with you. Identity isn't a given, Pat. My name has changed as often as I have. The previous names remind me who I've been, but not all of them connect to who I am.
Do you think that everyone comes to a room like this in the end?
The papers are gone.
Look!
What does it say?
Who?
What?
Why?
How?
When did this change?
Where did the other pages go?
I'd like to know what's next, please.
Hello?
Oh! My phone! My
That's
phone!
a miracle! I've always wanted to say that.
Hello? Even in purgatory? The phone call isn't for me. Here, they want to talk to you.
This is President Hunt, and you listen here. You listen here right now. I demand to speak with the President of the Afterlife. Well, get them on the horn. I haven't got all day. There are 5 non-negotiables before you even think about reincarnating me. Bipedalism, 1, defined as locomotion by means of rear limbs. I repeat, rear limbs. Label free, too. I've done it all, damn it, and I don't want to live in a world where someone puts me in a box under a single definition. No, fuck that. No. Underpants, 3. This is a dignity thing, and I totally respect non-underpant wearers because I know going commando became a thing, but I like underpants, damn it. There's a colorful secret mood indicator underneath my pants. They're armor under my clothes. They're the layers closest to who is in the skin. Underpants. It's very important to me. No rings. 4. I mean this in every sense. You got that? Don't you tie me down. Give me freedom next time. Do you hear me? It's enough with the rings already. And
Wait. Give me the phone.
Pat, my crescendo, Pat. Chester would never have done that to me.
All right, just give it to me.
Now I'm going to have to negotiate my non-negotiables all over again.
I figured it out. Experience, choice, time. That's who we are. That's who we get to be, isn't it?
What are you saying?
We won't. Just once?
What are they saying?
Yes. We understand.
Are my non-negotiables being met? I haven't told you the last one yet.
I'll take care of that, thank you.
I wanted to say goodbye.
We're going back.
Give it to me straight, Pat. Will there be underpants?
Boxer briefs.
Well, I can handle that.
You'll get your non-negotiables for the most part.
USA! USA! I am victorious!
For the most part.
Well, I can't wait for my new life, Pat.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
All right. Spill the tea. What did they say?
We get to start over again.
Well, I'm ready.
As each other.
Wait, what?
That's the deal. That's why we're here together. That's how this works. We get to return and do it all over to learn about ourselves through someone else's eyes. Someone close to us. Someone important in our lives.
So you chose me. Well, of course you did. President Hunt wins.
We chose each other.
I'll be you.
From start to finish.
And you get to be me.
I'll have that honor.
Huh. And then what?
Well, eventually the cycle ends.
And then what?
Ugh, you always want to know what's next. Isn't this enough for you?
Well, you'll know for yourself in a few decades.
Any advice?
What do you mean?
We're about to begin. I'd like to know if there's any words of wisdom before I get to play your part.
Don't overthink anything. I never do.
Obviously.
So, this is the only explanation.
Yeah, it seems so.
But we're so different. I can't even imagine being you.
It's a non-negotiable, sir.
I see.
Speaking of which, would you like me to tell you your final requirement? You only got to go through 4 out of the 5.
This is exactly right. So, now what?
We wait.
I'm excited, Pat. And soon you will be too. Before we go, is there anything I should know about being Pat?
You'll figure it out.